of entertainment, current events, and Hollywood. Don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators today. Today we have a special guest.
Hi guys, my name is Clinton Brand. My stage name is CB3, but that's Roman numerals 3. So hi.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for coming on. So I love going back to the beginning. I always say at the beginning charts our trajectory in life, our little habits we pick up along the way, follow us into our adulthood. Tell me a little bit about your childhood. What was that like? And when did you kind of, fall in love with music?
Okay, so I'm going to take it way back. Starting out, I was living with my mom in an apartment, and it was just me, her boyfriend. My dad wasn't in the picture. And my mom wasn't the best mother. She was abusive. She would put a lot of alcohol in my milk.
Oh no. Sorry.
She did a lot of physical abuse too. So it was a very rough upbringing. And then my great grandparents, I believe, came to my mom's apartment and grabbed me, and then it was a big custody battle, and then I ended up living with not my great grandparents, but my grandparents instead. Excuse me. And then that was a thing for about 4 or 5 years, and that didn't quite work out. Like as I grew older, I started to have more and more traumatic memories, and it affected my ability to be in a normal household, and it was affecting my grandparents. So I ended up going into foster care.
Oh, okay.
And as I grew up through foster care, I was alone. I didn't really have much of anything. The only thing that I had was music. And I remember feeling so terrible, so sad. And anytime I'd feel sad, I'd sit there and I'd sing, or I would recite my favorite Lil Wayne lyrics, or anything like that. And that always kind of uplifted my spirits. And then as I went into junior high, I started going to talent shows.
Nice.
And I remember the first song I ever performed in front of a big crowd was a Bow Wow song from and I remember being so scared. And then my best friend came up there with me, and I absolutely rocked that show. I was pretty incredible. And high school came along, and I slowly but surely started writing because more traumatic events was happening. My foster parents weren't the best parents either, so I would start writing and making songs and hanging out with friends after school and working on music. And then I went to college. I graduated high school and went to college for audio and video production.
Nice.
And I ended up deciding wow, music is really something I can do. I don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to be like a nurse or anything like that, or a lawyer.
Yeah.
My life, and I am able to live it how I please. And I would like to uplift others with my music and help them follow their path and be true to themselves. I hope that wasn't too much, but
no,
yeah.
I love it. I love it. No, I think that's beautiful. Which leads me to my question of What was the exact moment or experience that sparked the lyrics for "I Won't Quit"?
The exact moment was probably when my grandmother was starting to get sick. Growing up for me, she was my best friend.
Mm.
She would play music with me and dance with me and sing with me, and then we'd go get ice cream. I mean, she is a young grandma.
Yeah.
So when I was like 3, she was like 30 or 40.
Oh, wow, nice.
And the exact moment I learned that, I'm sorry, I got distracted. What was the question again? What was the exact moment that sparked "I Won't Quit," right?
Yeah.
The exact moment was when my grandmother got sick. When I walked up to her and went to give her a hug, and she looked at me. She was like, "Who are you?"
Mm.
And
Mm.
she wasn't herself. She was forgetting me. She wasn't herself. And I had came back from a TV show that was being filmed on the other side of the United States. And I came back, and she was somebody else entirely. And
Wow.
I figured out how to help my grandparents get a home and everything, and it just fell apart. And I was going to quit. I was going to quit. And then I'm like, no, I won't quit. I won't quit. And I
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute, that could be a song. Then I made the song, and I sat on it for about a year because
Wow.
it was so vulnerable. It was so like so gritty to me. So like I don't even know. It just hit me too close to home, so I almost didn't release it.
Wow. What encouraged you? What gave you the courage to finally like release it after, holding on to it?
I've decided there's not ever going to be a moment where I'm going to say I'm ready.
Mm. Hmm.
I just take that leap of faith and do it anyway. And if nobody likes it, that's okay, because I make music because I like to. I like it because it feels good. I feel good when I make music. It's the only thing I'm good at.
I love that. I love that. You know, you talk openly about overthinking and self-doubt.
Mm,
Um, how do you personally pull yourself out of those, mental spaces?
I don't. I just pray about it. I
Yeah.
listen to a lot of podcasts about motivation and Christianity and following God and really feeling His love and presence.
I love.
I I don't know. Sometimes I'm not able to, so I just write and then listen to Christian music.
Hmm. That's beautiful. Um, the track starts soft with violin and then it just like the beat drops. What made you choose that emotional build for the intro?
I'm not sure. I just kind of I felt it
Hmm.
because coming back from like that TV show, it kind of had like a beautiful moment. There was like a beautiful moment, and then everything started to like crumble. So I guess I kind of wanted a beautiful intro,
Hmm.
and then boom. It's not like overpowering, but you can kind of like hear the changes in tempo and beat. I liked the way it sounded, basically.
I love that. Um, what your lyric mentioned being tired of venting, right? Yet still pushing forward. What keeps your drive alive even when you feel drained? I mean, because I feel like a lot of artists and just creatives, right? It there's moments where we don't feel inspired. We like, but we somehow find a way to pull whatever it is creatively out, and it just we create it.
Right. Um, to be honest with you, what keeps my drive alive is my puppy,
Oh.
my little dog Lucy, my family, my little brother. He is also in foster care, despite my efforts to keep him out of that situation. I think a better future. Hope for a better future and a better life is what keeps me going. I want to create a foundation and a financially free
Mm,
environment for those who come after me.
hmm.
So I want to like leave a legacy and I want to inspire those and lift them up. And I think the possibility of that, my dream, is what keeps me going.
Yeah. You know, I think that's might be you probably basically answered my next question, which was, you described yourself as wanting to be phenomenal and astronomically an anomaly, right? What
Yeah.
does greatness look like to you personally?
Um, being, in my personal opinion, I feel like greatness looks like being a leader, but not like a bossy person, but loving first,
Hmm.
forgiving first, inspiring others, and showing everyone respect, whether they're the CEO or the janitor. But to be honest with you, I don't even know.
Was there any like hard lyrics in the song for you to write emotionally?
Um, I did that song a while back,
Hmm.
so I'm having a hard time remembering, but the hardest part of that song for me was probably all of it.
Yeah,
Like I have at least 4 or 5 songs that I haven't released and some that I've taken offline
yeah.
because when I write, I'm pretty open about my like life
Hmm.
and my insecurities. Like I started writing, it started out as a journal, like a way to express myself. So pretty much every song is my deepest fears,
Mm.
my my secrets that I would never say to like in the open. So sometimes I have a hard time being open
Yeah.
and it's scary. I'm scared to be judged.
But I think that's a part of like the
Hmm.
creativeness of it all, right? Like I feel like
Exactly.
the greatest artists or whatever creatives out there, whoever lived or came before us, I think they just kind of somehow kind of got to a place where they're just like okay with sharing the most vulnerable parts of themselves.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a part of why I want to get into music is because I want to be as fearless as possible, which may never happen, but just facing my fear alone is a huge step in the right direction, in my opinion. I want to show others it's okay to be yourself and to share how you feel because your story
Absolutely.
is beautiful and it creates like helps you become the man or the woman you're meant to be.
Absolutely. Um, I love asking this question, and there's no wrong answer. But the three levels of influence, money, power, and respect, right? If you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
Um, if I could choose money, power, or respect, I would probably have to go with respect probably
Okay.
because I feel like I could be rich, but nobody would respect me and everybody would hate me. I could have power, but no one would really love me. And I feel like with respect, people will love and respect you. Maybe that's a weird answer, but I don't
No, no,
know.
no, that's a great answer. It's a great answer. I think either one could be right, and either one could could be used for wrong reasons depending upon who has it, right? It's really depends on the person.
Right,
Uh,
right. For sure. I know there are some people, like my little brother, he would probably say, money, forget everything else, just money. But for me, family comes first.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. You know, you mentioned your brother, your little brother is a huge motivation for you. What
Absolutely.
what message do you most want him to take from this particular song?
I know life is hard and you want to move on and you want to have a great future and a great life, even though life has a tendency to beat you down. You're probably one of the strongest people I've ever known, given that you're only 15. So I would say keep going, follow your dreams, and don't quit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I love that. It's a beautiful message. Um, do you feel like releasing this track has helped you heal in any way?
Absolutely. I feel like growing up, I have lost pieces of myself that have been fractured through time. And I feel like each track that I release is a piece of my heart that has been fractured
Mm,
and lost, slowly being put back together. So I feel like I'm slowly being more, I used to be very bitter and
mm.
grumpy. And I feel like that helps me be more loved, like more loving and kind by releasing a track.
I love that. I love that. It's beautiful. Yeah, I think that's what music is healing, right? It's supposed to heal. It's supposed to make us, take us out of whatever situation that we're in currently or whatever it's happening around the world. Um, do you feel, and I'm just curious, and I don't know, because everybody has a, um, kind of a good and bad reasons about it, but do you feel like AI, now that AI is, incorporated in a lot of music, and AI is here now where everybody can use it now. It helps in a lot of ways, but also people have they're on the fence about it. How do you feel AI pertaining to music? Um,
I feel like AI is a great tool,
mhm.
and I still like we're lucky to have it for sure. But honestly, I feel like it's cheating.
Mm, mhm.
Like AI is just a robot. So by using a tool like a robot to make a song for you makes it perfect. And I personally believe our flaws, our mistakes are beautiful. Like our scars are beautiful. So I feel like we should share them. And I feel like using a robot to write a song
Yeah,
would take away from the natural, like the stuff that makes us human. I feel like art is supposed to have flaws. There are going to be mistakes. You don't want everything to be perfect. At least I don't.
right,
I
right.
don't know. I hope that
Absolutely.
wasn't a weird answer.
No, I think it's great. It's a great answer. I mean, I feel you. Like, I feel like it kind of takes from like the realness of it all, right? Like
Mhm.
you think about the greats that has passed on, and your Michael Jacksons, your Prince, and so forth, and you're thinking like your Whitneys. It's like that was from them, their
Right.
essence, right? And if you incorporate AI, it's like, is it actually you? Um, so yeah, I totally get it. Um, I really, I'm curious, and I don't know if you've been in the business long enough to see it, but I'm curious if, from an artist standpoint of view, do you feel like music is going in a positive direction? You know, you, you hear all the new songs coming out like every other day. There's a new song, new artist. Do you feel like it's heading in music is heading in a better direction in favor of the artist?
Hmm. I got to be careful with this one. I don't want to upset anybody, but I will say everybody is entitled to their own taste in music. But I do feel like some music is not intended for like younger ages. I
Mm,
feel like some music is a little bit too intense for those kids to be listening to.
mm.
Um, but I mean, making art is beautiful and there's all sorts of kinds. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
in the direction that we're going in the future, I feel like it's more about money now. And I feel like people are using more AI or more auto tune instead of just being themselves. And I feel like being yourself is more important than money or how you look or the jewelry or the fancy shoes or fancy clothes.
Well, I think it's because I think people use it because I feel like, a lot of people think that, it's such a competitive industry.
Hmm.
And so they feel like, I think sometimes people feel like they have to, um, I mean, AI allows you to be like a team of 10 people, but you're like one person. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I get it.
I guess in that sense, I think people are like, well, but yeah, I totally get what you're saying though.
For
Um,
sure.
what advice would you give to, anyone listening out there? It could be young or older that wants to just really give music a try and but they're fearful of it. There's the unknown. What advice would you give to that person?
The advice I would give is probably to be yourself. You're probably better than you think. Try not to be in your head so much about it. Just go out there, do it, and be yourself.
I love it. That's great advice. That's really
Thank
good
you.
advice. Because you just never know, right? And art is subjective. Everything is subjective, right? So it's like somebody's gonna like something. This person over here might like this, and this person might like this song, or you might like this part of your lyrics or whatever. It's just like so
Right.
it's just going out on a leap of faith and yeah, like you said, putting it out there and going for it. Thank you so much for that advice because I feel like a lot of people, get in their heads and because there's so much music and it's so saturated now and how we consume music is completely different than how, our grandparents consumed it or parents consumed music growing up. We have TikTok, everything is so fast.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, the attention spans are so short now. It's hard to. I get it. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, is there a way to get people back to what we kind of went past? Um, I don't know. I guess we can hope and wish for that.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Um, if you could perform with or collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Logic.
Really? Oh, you had that one ready for the can. I love it. I love it. Logic.
I Logic has helped me through so much. His music, his flow, his cadence, the way he like just I don't even know. He's like magic when he's rapping. I would love to have the opportunity just to even meet him. I think that would be the greatest thing ever. He is truly a magnificent talent. On top of that, I love how he interacts with his fans through his music.
Mhm.
One of my favorite songs that has helped me through a very dark time was his song Anxiety.
Mm.
Anytime I feel anxious or scared, um I didn't have no one to comfort me, so
Mm.
I'd play Logic's song Anxiety, and that would definitely bring me out of that rut. I feel like I could move mountains after listening to that song.
I love it. Yeah, it's a great answer. Well, your mouth to God's ears.
Amen.
Um, Thank you so much for coming on and sharing, your story, your journey, and Congratulations on this song, and I think it's such a important song, and for an important time. I think a lot of people are hurting and trying to find some type of peace and type of escape. So thank you for making songs and music that speaks to people collectively, the collective, not just making music for music's sake, but looking at the bigger picture. So thank you.
No problem. I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you for having me. I mean, it's truly magnificent. I never thought that anybody would even care to hear what I got to say. So, I mean, I'm just happy to be here.
Well, I
Thank
mean,
you.
I'm sure you're gonna be here a long time. So, thank you for making music that matters and that helps people, because I feel like that's what it's really about. We can
Mhm.
make music and create as many films as we can, but if it touches that one person that can maybe change their life or make them feel encouraged, that's a good day.
I agree. I agree. Thank you so much for your kind words. I definitely needed it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Come back anytime, anytime. It was great talking to you.
For
Um, where can people find you on social media to follow everything you have coming going on?
sure. You can find me on TikTok at CBIII underscore. You can find me on Instagram at official underscore CB3. So it's CBIII. Pretty much the same. Um, you can find me on YouTube at official underscore CB3. I like CBIII.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Great. Everybody follow, uh, hit, hit that like button, go follow his channel, check out the song. The song is amazing. I won't quit. And thank you so much again for coming on. It was a pleasure.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.